Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing a 5-star prediction follow-up. So it's been a minute since I've done an actual 5-star prediction video, although I will have a new one very soon. And no, I have not read all of the books on my previous 5-star prediction list, but I have read a few, so I'm gonna go over those now. The first one was Children of Blood and Bone, and I no longer have a copy of this. I gave it away. It was not a 5-star prediction. I rated it 3 stars, and it wasn't terrible, but I am at a point where a lot of YA tropes, especially in fantasy, especially in fantasies with romance subplots, really irk the fuck out of me. So that is pretty much what happened here. I think the concept was cool. I like the Avatar: The Last Airbender inspiration, but overall I didn't love the execution. I also did read Children of Virtue and Vengeance, which was one of my worst books of 2022. So yeah, that could have been a 5-star read if I had read it when I was younger, I think, but it just didn't work out for me. Next is 56 Days. So this was a mystery thriller that I had heard of from someone else, and I really liked the way it sounded. It's about a couple that meets right before the pandemic strikes. So they start dating and then they end up quarantining together, and then at the start of the book, one of them is dead and we don't know which one. That sounds good, right? That's what I thought. And it started off well. However, I just didn't end up loving the execution. There were flashbacks with each character, and some of the twists and turns were surprising, but I didn't enjoy them. So unfortunately, that just wasn't as good as I expected it to be. I ended up rating that one 3.5 stars, and I gave away that copy as well. Next, we have These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. So a lot of people seem to hate this book. Sorry about the sirens. That's just a thing that happens now. But a lot of people apparently hate this book, and I can totally understand why. This is a reimagining of Romeo and Juliet that takes place in 1920 Shanghai, and there's this thing going around that is killing a bunch of people. It's like a plague that makes people rip out their own throats, right? So I don't know. I mean, I think I just went into it with low expectations, but I was still expecting to enjoy it, and I did. I do have book 2. I will be reading that at some point. I think the only person that I know that enjoys this besides me is Dasha. Everyone else seems to really hate it, especially the mystery, and I can totally see why. I think it was Muddy Nest who said it best. By the end of the book, we kind of end up exactly where we were at the beginning of the story, and so I get it. I think that even though I expected this to be a 5-star read, but that my expectations were also low because I hate Romeo and Juliet, somehow that worked out for me, and this was a 4-star read, so I'm not mad at it. Next, we have Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I had heard so much about this book before I read it, and I put it off for a really long time, but I finally read it in 2022 during Black Aweenathon, and I did enjoy it, and it was a 5-star read. So part of the reason that I picked this up also was because I read Monday's Not Coming, and that was another 5-star read for me. That was my first read by Tiffany D. Jackson, and this was my second. I've heard not so great things about her most recent stuff, but I am glad that I got to this one when I did. This is about a young girl named Enchanted. She is an aspiring singer and songwriter. She gets discovered by a producer, and he's a piece of shit. So there are a ton of content warnings in this one, particularly physical, emotional, sexual abuse, grooming, predatory behavior, a bunch of shit like that. So beware, but I did really enjoy it. But I think she did a good job of displaying what those relationships can look like. And my last one for today is Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. I am so glad that I finally read this one, and I did enjoy it. I technically rated it 4.75 stars, but it's basically a 5-star read. I've been talking about this a lot, so I'll be brief. This is about a girl named Ara who is the daughter of 2 powerful witch doctors, but she doesn't have any magic. She is desperate to get magic because she feels like she's a failure to her entire family, so she ends up making a deal to trade years of her life in order to receive magic. I love this book. It's very fast-paced and very busy. Like, there's always something happening. You're never going to be bored while reading it, but it can also be a little overwhelming. So just a note, but I am excited that I read this, and I do have book 2. Book 3 is supposed to be coming out later this year, so hopefully I enjoy the second book, which I will be reading this month, and if I do, I will definitely be looking for an arc of the 3rd. So those are all of the 5-star predictions that I have read up to this point. I have 6 more that I have not yet read, and then like I said, I will be doing another round of 5-star predictions. But the books that I still need to get to are The Book of Two Ways by Jodi Picoult, which I definitely think will be 5 stars because I love her. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I'm not confident in that one anymore, but we'll see. Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I think that one could be. A Stranger in the House by Charlotte Pena. I'm gonna be hopeful on that one. The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. I still think that one will be a 5-star read. And then Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This would be the book that I'm reading to give Nick Stone a second chance. However, this author has said some really problematic shit in the past few months, so even if I do like this book, I'm not really planning to read anything else by her. But since my goal for this year is to actually read what I own, and I'm doing the Read What You Own challenge hosted by Izzy and Shay, hopefully I will actually get to all of these soon, and then my newest round of 5-star predictions will be out soon. But let me know if you have read any of these or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.